Hey everybody, welcome back to another Your Tech Report video, and if you enjoy taking videos with your smartphone, I think you're going to like this one because today we're going to be talking about the DJI Osmo Mobile 2. Now I know when a lot of you hear the name DJI, you immediately start thinking about drones, which makes perfect sense because DJI makes some of the best drones in the world, including the Mavic Air, which we did a video on right on this channel. But they also make fantastic handheld gimbals, like the Osmo Mobile 2 and the original Osmo Mobile, or even the Ronin line of handheld gimbals. And with the Osmo line, the mobile version, it allows you to take your smartphone, put it in this handheld gimbal, and take great stabilized video using your smartphone camera, either your iPhone or your Android device, and the video looks really beautiful. And the cool thing about DJI making these products is they're able to take everything they learned on the drone side, you know, from having those cameras on gimbals attached to their drones, and take that technology and bring it down to these handheld gimbals so you can get great smart shots. You can leverage the software that they use, the camera software, the technology they put in. Really cool stuff. So what do you say we pop this thing open? And I also have my original Osmo Mobile so we can sort of compare and contrast. Now normally I don't lead with the price of an item, but I think it's worth mentioning when it comes to the Osmo Mobile 2. This retails for about $129 US, which is ridiculously inexpensive compared to the original, which was, I think, $299. So they basically taken the technology, everything they learned from the original Osmo Mobile, made it better in this one, made it lighter, and made it less than half the price. So that's a pretty incredible feat, and we'll have to kind of figure out how they did that. But I'm sure we're going to be able to see how they were able to cut some of the costs. But the fact is, the technology is even better than it was with the original Osmo Mobile. Oh, will you look at that? Remember how I said DJI was able to sort of take what they learned from the drone side and apply it to the Osmo line? Well, let's start off by looking at the case. It comes with its own built-in carrying case, kind of like their drones do. See, here's the case for the original. It's kind of a, you know, it's nice, but it's kind of nylon and squishy, and it doesn't really protect the original Osmo, but this thing is really well protected in here. Oh, looky, this looks nice. And this is the Osmo Mobile 2. Now, you'll see this is more of a gray color, and the original, as I'll show you in a second, is a black color. Oh, wow, the weight is also really different. This is so much lighter than the original. Now, this particular gimbal, the Osmo Mobile 2, is made from nylon. And the original Osmo Mobile is made out of a magnesium alloy, and you can kind of see, obviously, the color difference, but there is a big weight difference. This Mobile 2, this Osmo Mobile 2 is much lighter, and obviously because it's made out of nylon, less expensive. Yeah, it does feel a little less premium than the original one does, but because of the performance and the price cut, everything this thing does, I'm willing to take a little bit less of a premium feel in order to get the lower price point and all the features you get with this guy. If we look here, they moved some of the things around. You can see on the very front, you have the different controls. And right here, I believe, is the power on button. And right here is the toggle joystick that lets you move the gimbal, move the camera, or move your phone around so it can take video at different angles. And of course, the record button, and then I have little LEDs that show you battery life. And then you'll also notice on the side here, something the original did not do. It actually has a zoom sort of slider right here, which is another really cool feature. Now, they also changed the way this thing mounts your phone because the original had a clamping system that you would have to unscrew in order to get your phone in. But this one has a spring mechanism that lets you put your phone in and it sort of snaps on it. And I got to tell you, it's a tight spring. Your phone is not going to pop out of here. And then on the back, you have a knob that sort of locks it in place, if you can see that. The knob will lock it in place once your phone has been clamped in there. But all in all, the feel is really good. The weight of it, the balance of it feels really, really good. Now, before I put my phone in here, I want to let you guys know that the Osmo Mobile 2, much like the original Osmo and pretty much any DJI drone, is designed to work with an app on your smartphone. Now, this guy is made to work with the DJI Go app. Not the DJI Go 4 app, but the DJI Go app, which gets kind of confusing because the 4 is meant for some of your drones, the regular Go is meant for their gimbals. I really wish DJI would make one app to rule them all that we can control all of their products with, but for now they kind of split it between these two apps, so you will need the DJI Go app for this. The Osmo Mobile will work with the existing camera app on your smartphone or any third-party camera app, but you also should know that you're not going to get the full functionality of this device and all of its features unless you use the camera app that's built into the DJI Go app, which means things like the cool panorama shot or active tracking, which much like a drone tracks your subject wherever he or she goes without you having to do anything, or even the motion time-lapse shot, which allows you to take a point-to-point shot with a very slow pan and shows things in a time-lapse way. It's really, really cool. But you're not going to get to use those functions unless you actually use the camera app that's built in to DJI Go. Now, I haven't even checked and see if this shipped with any power. I'm hoping it does. It does come with a USB charging cable. And one of the differences I didn't mention yet is this guy actually comes with a built-in battery. The original Osmo Mobile had, I think, about a 5-hour battery, and you could swap them out and you could buy more batteries. This guy has one 15-hour battery, which is really long battery life. So even though it's sort of embedded in here and you cannot swap out the battery, for 15 hours of battery life and only, I believe, a 2-hour full charge time, that's kind of a really cool trade-off. And this can also be used as a power bank. So if you run out of battery juice on your phone, if you run out of battery on your device, you just plug it in here and boom, it acts like a portable charger. Okay, now I can read the pamphlet. Okay, Osmo Mobile 2, it's designed to do this. It has in the box, sure, installing the app. I already have the app installed. Charging and powering on. Oh, it only has one flashing thing. It's low on battery. Yeah. All right, give me a couple minutes. I'll charge this up. I'll come right back. Okay, so I give it a quick little charge, just about 15 minutes worth. Hopefully that should be enough to keep us going through this quick unboxing and review. I have my iPhone X here, and by the way, one of the things that makes this version, the Mobile 2, different than the original Osmo is you can actually mount your phone vertically, which you could not do with the original. So according to the instructions, the first thing you have to do is balance it for tilt and roll. As I told you earlier, this clamp sort of opens up, so we're going to open up the clamp, and it has to go with the bottom, where the lightning connector is, toward the side here. Now the downside to that is you're not going to be able to attach anything to the lightning connector while it's mounted in this gimbal, which kind of stinks if you like using an external microphone, which a lot of people do when they're shooting video with their iPhone. So, okay, I have the case on, and I have it pushed in here. I think I got it. Okay, it's all balanced now. Mount the phone horizontally. Okay, it's balanced. Connect into the DJI Go app. Enable Bluetooth on your mobile device. It's already enabled. Power on the Osmo Mobile 2. So let's hold it down. I think it's on. Why isn't it working? Okay, so I finally got a few things figured out. Number one, it takes a little while to give this thing a decent charge. I figured because it takes 2 hours to give it a full 15-hour charge, that maybe if I did it for 15 minutes, it would give me close to 2 hours. No, the math doesn't exactly work that way. I had to give this thing at least a half-hour charge to get it going, to kickstart it, and now I think it has about 30% of battery life waiting for me. You'll notice the way I have this in here, the way I have my iPhone X set up, the holder here, the clamp works well, but it doesn't really work so well with the case on. So if you really want your iPhone X specifically to sit really well in here, you need to have this clamp on with the case off. Another thing that we sort of touched on before was if you want to get this gimbal turned on at all, you have to activate it through the app. I know a lot of you had questions about, is my gimbal broken? It's not broken. You need to actually activate it through the app once you've charged it in order to get it to pop up and actually work. Another thing I realized when, in my brief time with it, just setting it up and getting it ready for this part of the video, was that there are even more features that do not work unless you're working with the DJI Go app. For example, the slider here on the side that controls the zoom. That only works if you're using the DJI app. It did not work for me if I was just using my regular iPhone camera. So let me power this on for you guys. And by doing that, you hold this down for about a second and a half. This should come to life, and boom, there we are. And you can see when it's working that it really does have a cool, you can move this thing all around. The camera, the phone actually just stays perfectly while the gimbal's being moved around. This is how a gimbal is meant to work, and this is a 3-axis gimbal. Let me actually open up the app real quick. Have this here. Face ID. Will it notice me on the side? No, it will not. So let me do this. Okay. I am now in the DJI Go app. And you'll notice I'm going to turn this around so you guys can see it. Maybe see what the camera's seeing. Oh, look, there I am. And you'll notice there are many different things, many different icons. But you'll also notice that it's very smooth when I move this around. Yes, it's tilting and panning a little bit, and you can control that. There is a way, there's a setting on here that lets you lock in the pan and tilt motion so it doesn't do that. You could lock it in very easily. But you'll see the footage remains buttery smooth even while I'm doing this, which is really cool. So let me get these suckers on again. There are multiple controls here that allow you to switch to different cameras. Again, when you're using the DJI app, you get control of that zoom right here, which I can actually show you. Not that you want to see me too close. Whoa, that's scary. So I'll zoom back out. Again, you only have that functionality if you're in the DJI Go app. How many times have I said DJI Go in this video? Can someone put a counter for me and leave a comment? Okay, so we have overall settings, we have gimbal settings, camera settings, the home button that let you go back to the main part of the app that lets you choose what device that you're using, sliding between video and stills, actual physical camera controls let you control, the aperture. There's so many great camera controls on here that work really well. I also wanted to show you some footage that I took both with and without the gimbal. So right now, let's slap up on screen me walking around. You'll see with the camera, the rear-facing camera, walking down the street. On the left side, you'll see I'm walking down the street using just my hand to hold on to my iPhone. And on the right side, I'm actually using the DJI Osmo Mobile 2. You can see the difference, of course, in the footage. The right side being much more stable than the left. I also did some footage for you in portrait mode. So you would see what it looks like with your phone mounted vertically if you're doing stuff for Instagram. You'll see on the left side with my hand a little shakier, even though there's image stabilization on the iPhone. The right side with the gimbal looks much, much better. So there you go, my first hands-on experience with the DJI Osmo Mobile 2. If you've had time with the Osmo Mobile 2, let me know what kind of experience you've had. And of course, you can let us know with a comment below. And please don't forget to subscribe and hit that little bell icon, because when you subscribe, it really helps us bring you these great videos, and it also makes you eligible for all of our giveaways, including the giveaway that, depending on when you're watching this, is still going on. This is still going on right now, our big 10,000 subscriber giveaway. And when you hit that little bell icon, it lets you know every time we launch a new video. So there you go. We hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about the Osmo Mobile 2. We're going to be going more hands-on with this as time goes on, and let us know if you have more questions or certain features that you want to know about, and we will let you know. We will let you know as soon as we hear from you. So hope you enjoyed this, and we will see you on the next one.